What's the most heartbreaking thing you overheard about yourself? I was 11 when my mother's cancer came back. Terminal, they said. 6 months at most. My father started drinking again. Heavy, desperate drinking that turned him from quiet accountant to raging ghost by nightfall. The day after the diagnosis, Aunt Meredith arrived with her suitcases. To help, she explained. Though she spent most days sitting beside my mother's bed, crying more than Mom did. Mom never cried. At least not when I could see. When Dad wasn't drowning himself in whiskey, he was making arrangements. One night, I heard him on the phone with Uncle James. "What about Emma?" Uncle James asked, his voice tinny through the speaker. My father was silent so long I thought the call had dropped. "I don't know if I can do it," he finally said. "Raise her alone. She's your daughter," Uncle James said. "She's her mother all over again," Dad replied. "Same eyes, same laugh. Looking at her is like seeing Claire's ghost walking around my house." My stomach turned to stone. "What exactly are you saying, Rob?" Uncle James sounded angry now. "Meredith's always wanted a daughter. Maybe after the funeral. You can't be serious." I stood frozen in the hallway, knuckles white against the wall. Dad's voice broke. "I never wanted kids. Claire knew that. She's the one who insisted. And now she's leaving me with this constant reminder." I retreated to my room without making a sound. That night, I packed a small bag and wrote a note saying I'd gone to stay with my friend Jessie. I slept under the porch, curled up on concrete that smelled like old leaves. When sunrise came, I heard frantic voices, doors slamming, my name being called with increased desperation. I didn't answer. Mom found me around noon. Despite her weakness, she'd somehow known where to look. "Emma," she whispered, her thin face appearing in the gap between porch boards. "Please come out." When I crawled out, filthy and tear-stained, she didn't ask why I'd hidden. She just held me. Her arms were so thin now, like twigs that might snap in strong wind. "Dad doesn't want me," I finally said into her shoulder. "I heard him. He wants Aunt Meredith to take me after you're gone." Mom's body stiffened. "Where is he?" Her voice was steel. She marched into the house, still holding my hand. She found Dad at the kitchen table, head in his hands. "Fix this," she said. Just those 2 words. I expected denial. Instead, my father looked at me with bloodshot eyes. "I'm scared," he admitted. "I'm so scared of doing this without her." "So am I whispered. Something in his face changed. He knelt down and took both my hands. "You are not a burden," he said firmly. "You are the best thing we ever did, and I will figure out how to be what you need." Mom died 4 months later. Dad kept his promise. It wasn't perfect. There were nights I heard him crying through the wall, days when he packed the wrong lunch or forgot permission slips. But we figured it out together. 10 years later, at my college graduation, he squeezed my hand and whispered, "She'd be so proud of you." "Of us," I corrected. Sometimes the most heartbreaking things you overhear about yourself become the moments that reshape you. Not because they're true, but because hearing them spoken aloud forces people to face the gap between their worst thoughts and who they truly want to be.